Peace, everybody. What's good? It's that boy, Coach Malachi Williams, and you are now tuned to True Media Today USA Boxing. Let's go.
For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble.
All right, everybody, check this out. We all saw the fight last night, rather, George Kambosos versus Maxi Hughes. I think that was his name. I saw the fight. I did see the entire fight. I saw part of the Keyshawn Davis fight, probably like maybe from round 5 to 10. Keyshawn, from what I saw, he won the fight, unanimous decision. Some people criticize his performance. I'm like, the guy won every round. I mean, you're not going to knock everybody out. This is a prospect. He's 9-0, and he's fought a guy that had 30-something, maybe 40 fights. So this guy's a vet. He's fighting, so it is what it is. But as it relates to George Kambosos, Ferocious Kambosos, and Maxi Hughes, 3 judges scored it, and they scored it for George Kambosos. One judge said it was a draw. Another judge said it was 117-111, meaning they gave George Kambosos 9 rounds. And another judge said that it was 115-113. This is ridiculous. I don't care how you look at that fight last night. George Kambosos did not win. And you could have had Ray Charles, Stevie Wonder, and another unknown blind man scoring the fight, and they would have scored that Maxi won that fight. Stuff like this is very, very hard for me to accept as a fan, because I understand how hard it is that these fighters train and the sacrifices that they make in order to put themselves in position to fight for titles. And when you win the title, you make more money. And the higher you go up in the pecking order, the more money you make. But definitely when you win the title. And the simple fact that because George Kambosos was the house fighter, he was a top-ranked fighter, and Maxi gets robbed. A lot of people look at it like, oh, man, well, Maxi should have did this and did that. No, the man won that fight, bro. I don't care how you slice of the dice. He won that fight. There's no way he lost that fight. George Kambosos is a C-class fighter. He lost to Maxi last night, period. Bottom line, I don't care how you slice it, how you dice it. He got a gift. The judging in boxing, let me tell you guys something. Boxing is corrupt from top to bottom. From the promoters like Bob Arum, Al Heyman, Eddie Hearns, De La Hoya, all of them are corrupt, right? This is my personal opinion. I don't know these guys personally that I'm mentioning, but it is what it is. I got to be honest. I got to tell it like it is. The black promoter, the white promoter, Hispanic promoter don't make no difference. All of them are brother. All of them are part of the brotherhood of corruption when it comes to the sport of boxing, when it comes to the business of boxing. These are the facts. So when people say, yeah, man, we like to get judges from different countries, it doesn't matter where you get the judges from. The judges are going to be corrupt because the people who butter their bread is going to make sure that they get the scores that they're looking for. It's not about where the judge is from. That's the problem. The problem is once that person becomes a judge, irregardless of where they're from, they will be corrupted. It's like a politician. No, we need to get a politician that's not a conventional politician. We need to get someone that's more of an outliner. He's not a politician. He's just a normal person, like an AOC or whatever the case may be. She was a bartender. She was a hoe and a bartender, right? So they say, right? When you know she was a bartender, they say she was a hoe. Once she became a politician, once she got elected to office, she became just like the rest of the other politicians. See, once you get involved in the sport, you will become corrupt just like the sport that you got involved in. It affects everybody. This is why I like fighters like Terrence Crawford. This is why I like fighters like, people say Tank Davis fight tomato cans, and there may be some validity to that because he's not fighting to his caliber. But fighters like Tank Davis. This is why I like fighters like Inoue the Monster. This is why I like fighters like, what other fighters I like out there that just stop people, that knock people out. You know what I mean? They stop people. We're not going 12 rounds. Because, there's a good chance, if you're a fighter watching this video, there's a good chance you can beat a guy from pillar to post for 12 rounds and the judges will come back and have you losing to a split decision. Literally. Now, I'm not saying that that's what happened to George Kambosos last night, but clearly George Kambosos did not win that fight. And then when they show the CompuBox numbers, the CompuBox trying to say, hey, man, the fight was close. But BS, man, they're coming that bullshit. That fight wasn't close at all, bro. Come on, man. This man was walking in the straight left hands. Listen, his lead foot was on the inside of the southpaw, right? He did terrible with guard control. Hand-eye coordination, terrible. His feints was terrible. You know what I mean? He was walking in the shots. George Kambosos did land some shots every now and then. But come on, man, let's be real, man. That man was getting outclassed and outboxed entirely in that fight. There's nothing in that fight that told me George Kambosos won. So that's the blatant corruption. You spit in my face and tell me it's raining. And tell me I don't see what I'm seeing. You get what I'm saying? We're going to do a show on this today, man. We're going to do a show on this today, man. I mean, it just really pisses me off. And that's just the reality of the situation. Team Crawford, if you see this video, I want to say this to you. You're fighting Errol Spence Saturday. You got to stop him. If you go 12 rounds, Al Heyman already got it set up for you. That's what I'm saying. You know this because I told you this when I spoke to you on Bud, Bomac, Red, Saul, Bernie. When I spoke to you guys, I told you this. But you guys already know what time it is. You know what's happening. You know what you got to do. You better stop Errol Spence. Stop him. You know what I mean? And I know you will. Because you already know what the home cooking going to be ready. But the one thing about Bud, he gonna stop anything coming in his face. So we already know that. So, but anyways, you know, fighters like Tank and all those other guys, they're going to stop people. We're not going to allow it to go 12 rounds. We're going to stop you. Take it out of the judge's hands. If you're a fighter, focus on stopping your opponent. Focus on taking it out of the judge's hands. If you're the B-side fighter, like Crawford, he's a B-side fighter. Understand, when you're fighting the A-side fighter, that A-side fighter is going to be up 3 rounds already when you step in the ring. When you step in the ring, that fighter is going to be up 2 or 3 rounds before you step in the ring. You need to understand that. You get what I'm saying? It's sad because someone like a Maxi Hughes, now he got to go back to the bottom. That man fought his ass off in order to get in that position just to get thrown back to the bottom of the pile from a robbery, from a fight that he clearly did not lose. Come on, man. It is what it is, man. Hate, like, share, subscribe. You guys tell me, what do you think? Do you think I'm overreacting in my assessment of what went on in this fight? Or do you think I'm spot on in my analysis with George Kambosos and Maxi Hughes? Please hate, like, share, and subscribe. See you guys for the next one. You know my motto, don't meet me there, beat me there. Peace.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.